Hello and welcome to Mr. Nelson's YouTube video. If you were in class today, we talked about one step equations. Okay? And that's what we're looking at today. Equations. Alright, so here's what we've got. We've got one step equations that look like this. 3 plus x equals 5. Alright. We need to get everything away from my x. So I need to get rid of the 3. Need to get rid of the 3. So I'm trying to get rid of the 3. This is a positive 3. So in order to get rid of positive 3, adding positive 3, I need to subtract. If I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other. So I subtract 3 from this side and from this side. That gives me x left on this side and 2 left on this side. So x equals 2. If you want to check your answer, just plug 2 in for x. Does 3 plus 2 equal 5? Sure it does. Alright, next question, something that looks like this. X divided by 6 equals 2. Alright, so here's how you do it. You do what's going on. We need to get x all by itself. What's going on between the x and the 6 is division, right? So in order to get rid of division, I have to do the inverse operation or the opposite operation. Well, the opposite of division is, you got it, multiplication. If I do it on one side, I have to do it on the other. It's like a scale, got to balance it out. Alright, so multiply. I'm trying to get rid of the 6. So to get rid of 6, I have to multiply by 6 on this side and on this side. Over here, when you multiply by 6, you get 6x over 6. Well, 6x over 6 is 1x. So it's just x. Alright, over here we get 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12. So your answer is 12. Is 12 divided by 6 2? Yes, it is. So that would be my check. Alright. One that's probably on your homework tonight looks something like this. 1/2 x equals 3. Or something similar, okay? Well, what's going on between the 1/2 and the x? You're right, multiplication. But here's how I would do it. I would do it you've got two different ways. You can do it this way and say 1/2 times x is the same thing as 1/2 times x over 1, right? Okay, when I have fractions and I multiply straight across. So technically that equals 1x over 2, right? Well, 1x over 2, well, that kind of looks like x over 2. And if you look at the last one we just did, x over a number, right? So you know how to do that because now it looks like this. X over 2 equals 3. And you know how to solve something that looks like that from that second example. You could also do it like this. You've got 1/2 times x equals 3, right? Well, there's something called the reciprocal. If you guys remember what the reciprocal is, you know that the reciprocal of 1/2 is 2 over 1. You just flip it, right? Okay. So, if you see something that looks like this and you've got a variable multiplied by a fraction, there's something that they call multiply by the reciprocal. So say there's 1/2 x equals 3. You multiply each side by the reciprocal of 2. On this side you get 2 over 2, 2x over 2, so it's really just 1x, so x equals, on this side you get 6. So x equals 6. If I multiplied 6 times 1/2, you'd end up with 6 over 2, which divides out to be 3. So that's your check. Alright, so let's look back at this one. Is that the same thing if I multiply by 2? Well, yeah, because I've got division here. The opposite of division is multiplication. And if I've got x all by itself, I'm trying to get rid of the 2. So I've got to multiply each side by 2. And you get x equals 6. And that's the same exact thing that we got when we multiplied by the reciprocal. Okay? Those are the things that you need to know for the homework. Of course, you also have ones that look like this, 14, x equals 28. Well, what's going on between the x and the 14? If there's nothing there, you know that there's multiplication going on. And so if you want to do the opposite of multiplication, you divide by 14. And if you do it to one side, you have to do it to the other. You get x equals 2 in this case. Okay? Those are the types of questions that you will see on your homework. Okay? If you have any questions, please make sure that you watch the video. And if you need help, come to tutoring on Tuesday or Thursday, lunch, or after school. All right?